Doot doot at Bash Pride.
5 minutes, 5 games, £50,000.
I don't know this.
But with the pressure on and the clock ticking, lose your nerve, the hourglass turns, and the money drains away.
Oh my goodness.
This is 5 minutes to a fortune.
Welcome to 5 minutes to a fortune this Friday evening here on Quiz Night. How are we all doing, folks? Welcoming in. And we've got something from G. Eisens.
5 by 9 is 45. So if I play this 9 times, will I get 45 minutes?
Can't fault the logic. Don't know if you'll get the opportunity to play 9 times, though. That's the only thing I'll say to that, G. Eisens. But thank you for the 45-month resub. That does indeed be a multiple of 5. Big if. Big if. Certainly big if. Hang on. No, I don't have any code open right now. Can't show you any big if truths. But I can do that later. Welcome in. I hope you're doing very well out there. Thank you to G. Eisens. Thank you to Walix for the 32-month resub as well. So going doot. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate. And welcome on this Friday evening. And it is a bit of a quick change around on the original schedule. Tonight was supposed to be a game of Secret Fortune written by Ape, but Ape has had basically the worst card worst hand dealt their way, and hasn't been able to complete the packs recently. So we are hastily putting in a 5 minutes to fortune game tonight instead, written by David J. And we will see the Secret Fortune game by Ape Minky at some point in the near future. So yes, slightly earlier than I expected. This coming around again, but hey ho. Don't. Thank you for the 100 bits. Don't. Appreciate that. Valex, appreciate it. Yes, we're bringing around 5 minutes of fortune slightly earlier than planned, but it does now have new shiny bells and whistles, though it is not particularly finessed still. This is still a bit of a test. This is why I've sort of expressed this as test game number 3, because we're adding even more complexity to how the game works. More things are now likely to break because there's now Hackbox. Hackbox is now a integral part to the game, which means out there in the audience, yes, Chaos Engineering, very much so, Dev, which means what you can do now is you can play along with the main game as an audience player and get yourself some doots. And also, hopefully, do some game time predictions and get some doots. None of them will actually pay out tonight. I haven't hooked up the Duke Bank right now. I'm just making sure the Hackbox actually works first.
Anyone for a hype train?
Because there is a lot of stuff going on, and I'm very worried by my PC chugging like hell currently. What is going on? Why did that stutter along so much? My GPU is completely bottlenecked. Hello? Excuse me. I'm just going to kill the Stream Master for a moment because I don't need that running right now. The OBS is running quite high today, and 5 minutes of fortune is running very high today. It is running over 140 frames currently, or 130 frames. So, doesn't need to run that fast. But it is what it is. We'll see how it all plays out. Do I need a vamp timer? We'll get to that in a moment in the lobby.
Ash, do you need a vamp timer?
Thank you for the 100 bits there. And, we've got a... Do we have a bot? We do have a bot. Goodness me. It's apparently that time of day. We've got a bot coming through. Thank you, Dev. Would not be worth locking that 60 FPS. I mean, it shouldn't be fairly... I can't be bothered to set that setting right now because we're currently running the game live. We'll see how it all plays out. If it ends up being too much of a nuisance on the rest of it, then I will do. But at the moment, things are running okay enough to work. So yes, Hackbox is now a feature of 5 Minutes of Fortune. To play this game, currently the only implementation is Hackbox. There is no Twitch chat game to work with at all, though I suspect I might be able to add that in future. So yes, enter in the room code in a moment, and then it will present to you an option of whether you want to play a hot seat game or an audience only game. You select one of those options and it will remember it behind the scenes. Currently doesn't display it on screen. That's a short sight of my implementation currently, but it will remember on your side of things whether you've selected you want to be in the audience game or not. And Dev just joining the hype train because, of course, choo choo and everything. So to play this game, you'll need to go to hackbox.ca. Let me get you the link for that. There you are. Go to that, sign in with your Twitch account. You will need to do that just to authenticate yourself, so that we know which Twitch player you actually are. And then, once you've done all that, then if I select the right thing that I need to look at, then you should be able to enter in this room code. NHCS! NHCS if you'd like to play tonight's game of 5 Minutes of Fortune, either in the audience or as a hot seat player. As I say, it should provide you the option on the Hackbox interface as to whether you want to choose the audience only game or the hot seat game. 100 bits from Jake.
Hyper, you're pretty and I like you.
Oh, shucks. Thank you very much for the 100 bits there, Jake. Appreciate that. Shiny. Yeah, it is a very shiny interface, isn't it? And I did have to... I have to thank Dev for fixing the server in time to make this happen. Because one of the updates that went out to the Hackbox server to get a new feature that you will use tonight... as part of the rebuild on the server, new packages are updated and stuff broke. So thank you, Dev, for fixing the server and then fixing it again so that it could work with my old shit. Because it did break some of the parsing for all the markdown stuff, all the really fancy markdown stuff that I added for this game. But yes, thank you for that. Appreciate it, Dev, and thank you for running the Hackbox server as well. That's a thing we don't often say a lot around here. But thank you very much for running the Hackbox server, so that we can actually do these things on Hackbox. Yeah, the feature that I wrote had nothing to do with any of the stuff that broke. It is in the consequence of updating the server, things happened. But yes, you will see the new feature when we get there, and it is a mighty fine little feature, and it surprisingly only required like 9 lines of code, I think, or something like that. Nine lines of Vue.js code, something like that. It wasn't much. It really wasn't much at all. But you'll see why it makes such a critical difference to how the Hackbox flow will work for this game. Yes, so to the requirements for being hot seat, it requires you to interact with the game in voice in Discord. So if you can't join in voice, then mark yourself on the audience only gameplay mode, and you'll be able to play that alongside. It will only pick one currently score, and then they will need to nominate a partner. Now, obviously, it would make a lot of sense for it to show who is available to play in the hot seat for them to pick from. Guess who hasn't implemented that part yet? Yeah, I haven't implemented that part yet. So you'll pick one player, and then they will get to have a bit of a chat with Twitch chat to figure out who they want to partner up with, and then we'll have to go through this rigmarole of, oh, sorry, I can't play on voice tonight, or whatever. So yeah, it's just one of those things that I have not implemented that, but I've implemented all the other goddamn new stuff that you'll see, and I'm pretty certain you'll be happy with what you get to play with right now. Again, further caveat, Dukes will not be paid out tonight because I haven't hooked it up, but it will hopefully track things correctly in the background, such that I should be able to pay them out retroactively from the data I receive. Anything else I need to say about the Hackbox game itself? I suppose I should explain how the Hackbox game, how the audience gameplay alongside the hot seat game was actually going to shake out. I have explained it in Discord in the in ideas chats, but I know not many people actually go see that. So the audience gameplay is broken up into two parts, and they'll sort of intersperse across the entire game. You will have £50,000 and 5 minutes on your own clock to allocate to the hot seat players. What you'll do is on each mini game, you'll see the tutorial come up on stream, and then you will be presented the option to allocate some of your time for them to play with. We will then play the game out, and if, whatever time gets used. If it goes over the allocation that you provided, then you will start to lose money in your personal bank. Rinse and repeats that over the 7 rounds. Sorry, 5 rounds. There's 7 up for grabs, but you know what I mean. 5 rounds, and then at the end, you have to hope that the hot seat players win the top 10, because that'll be the only way you get the final payout at the end. Alongside the prediction times for doing all of the timekeeping, you also get to play the main games themselves as well for some extra token doots, just to get some bonus doots for giving right answers. It's going to be done much in the same way as 1,000 Heartbeats is, where answering is sort of open and live all the time, and you won't get to see anything appear on Hackbox per round. You have to watch the stream for all the information you need. But with the extra feature that's now added to the Hackbox client, you'll be able to keep it focused on Hackbox and keep it focused in the text entry box, and it will stay focused in that text entry box, and you can keep sending messages in that text entry box and it won't go away. That was one of the problems with I'd say not a problem, it's just the way it was implemented was very much single response only. That now you can send lots of responses all in one go and keep going and keep going and keep going. So you can keep focused on the Hackbox window while still having the stream open somewhere else. And you get yourself token doots for getting right answers before the before the hot seat players can get their answers in. A bit like how 1,000 Heartbeats works. That's pretty much how the game works. So you get to play both sides of the coin almost. It's not exactly you get 5 right to complete the round. You can actually get more than 5 right and get even more dupes than that. And you get to make your own predictions as well to see how well you would have done if you were a timekeeper in the game. And we get to see that information sort of play out in real time as well. We get to see your state of play as the game goes on as well. So there you go. I think that's kind of all it is. Maybe convoluted way of describing it. You'll see how it all shakes out. You're basically playing the same game that the hot seat players are doing, but under much less pressure. Let's put it that way. And your particular gameplay in the questions does not reflect the timekeeping aspect. Those are sort of 2 separate aspects of the game. Whereas the hot seat game, it's one and the same. As I say, you'll understand when we actually play the game out proper. Last chance to get in on tonight's game. Again, thank you to David J for the set of questions for tonight's game. And he has also opened up to someone else to write for the next pack of 5 Minutes to Fortune. Because he's done 3 packs now at this point, and that's a lot of questions to write. I know Alex has already gotten in contact with me about it, and I've sent details over to him. I know Shadowmane has gotten in contact with me about it. If anybody else is interested in writing stuff for 5 Minutes to a Fortune, then send me a DM and I'll send a breakdown of how the question writing process actually sort of works. Again, we don't really know how it properly works yet, because we're just sort of writing it on a pack by pack basis, whereas it would be nice to be able to get lots of content together, and then I can sort of start making games out of the content, the big bulbous amount of content we have, because we'll have a lot of top 10s eventually, and we'll be able to just fill those in as we need to. But currently we don't have all of that bulk load of questions yet, so we're sort of working on a case-by-case basis with these packs currently. And yes, as David says, this is definitely not the game to be writing tricks for. It is just straight up knowledge being displayed here. We just present the answers in slightly different ways. That is the trick. It's not in the question writing that the trick is. It's only in the presentation side of things. But do write funny category games for David. Well, you say that, Dev. We actually have limited it to a specific subset of options on the sheet, because that makes my life a lot easier that way. And I only have so many sound clips that David has provided. Questions unseen are still saved for later. Depends, Silent Marine, because of course the problem is each round is tied not only to a round type, a minigame type, but also a category type. So you can only copy over unused questions if they happen to follow in that exact pairing of information. You can't stack TV questions with film questions because then the category name doesn't match that. Do you see where I'm getting with that? With 1,000 Heartbeats, because there isn't a requirement to match the categories across, you can mix and match old packs together and frankenpack it a bit, whereas this is a bit harder to do that. Training AI on his voice from TV show and tell. Well, Dev, one other aspect of this game that has caused me concern is in the reading of the questions on certain games, because it's very critical that people hear those questions, and it's critical that those questions are read out in a timely manner as well. What I have done, experimenting with it tonight, is I've gone to 11 Labs. They have a text-to-speech engine there that you can... Obviously, you can choose one of the voices available over there, but none of them are that fast. They're all very documentary speed, but I want someone a bit faster to read. But what you can do at 11 Labs is you can submit audio clips of someone speaking, and it generates a voice based off of that. So what I've done is I read out, about 2 minutes worth of a BBC News article. I then sped it up so it's actually playing faster than my usual speaking voice is, but still quite clear, because I was speaking slower to be clearer, and then I've sped it up artificially to make it faster but still clearer. It's then generated an AI voice based on my own personal voice. It sounds a bit weird, I will say, hearing my own voice. But that is what is going to be doing the job of reading the questions tonight, alongside David doing the announcing of each individual round. We'll see how it works. I don't know, but we'll see how it all works tonight. See if it makes sense in the long run, or if we actually do go down the line of finding someone to actually read the questions each night instead. Because, of course, I've got a lot of plates to spin, and I want to do as few plate spinnings as possible. Can I make it in Ben's voice? If I had the explicit written permission to do so, then yes, I can, Arun. But I'm not going to go generating a voice of someone else without their consent first. They make that explicit on 11 Labs. That you have to have the explicit written permission or explicit permission of the person you're making a voice of before uploading to their servers. Though, of course, if you want to be naughty, no goods, then you can do that, but I'm not gonna. I have a voice of me in a sort of weird London accent way, and it kind of works, I think. We'll see how it all shakes out. Right, I think we've gotten everybody in. I'm getting sick and tired of this tutorial music right now in the lobby. We're going to pick one player out now. They will be guaranteed in the game. They will then make a decision as to who to bring along with them, and then they will decide what roles they want to take on in this game. Who's going to be the game player? Who's going to be the timekeeper? So I think it's time to find out who is playing 5 Minutes to a Fortune tonight. It's Sportsy! Sportsy, you have been picked by the lobby to play the main game of 5 Minutes to a Fortune. Now, as you're making your way into the live studio, you need to make some decisions as to who you think you want to bring along on the ride for you as well. Who is going to do well gelling with you? We have a score count in the green room doing the sound check. Thank you very much for that score. Yeah, I just realised... no, not... Yeah, anyway. Sportsy. What is Sportsy going to do? Oh, bring me in, Sportsy, says Prey. F you, Sportsy, says JB. We've got a volunteer tribute from Shadowmane. We've got Happy to Do Sportsy from Natter. Pick me, I know how time works, says Topper. I mean, if you end up being the timekeeper, maybe Sportsy wants to be the timekeeper, I don't know. Good evening, Sportsy, how you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
Doing all right. I'm feeling, again, slightly more confident about how the game's going, but with all the new Hackbox stuff, there could be stuff that's broken. Now, I see someone's already joined the green room. Have you made your decision as to who's joining you tonight, Sportsy?
Yes, I'm going to invite Prey to come over.
Ah, fantastic! So, Sportsy and Prey is going to be playing the game tonight in 5 Minutes of Fortune in the hot seat. That means everybody else you're going to be playing in the audience. You'll just need to pay attention to what happens on your Hackbox devices. Prey, you're back here again so soon.
Oh, God.
It's a very different game, though. 5 Minutes of Fortune.
Yeah, I know. This is a game I have been absolutely hyped for. To be here is amazing.
Yeah.
Now, before we go any further, you need to decide your roles in the game.
Gosh.
Who is going to be the game player? Who is going to be the timekeeper?
I didn't think that far.
The real question we should be asking here, Sportsy, is which one of us is going to be less trash?
Yeah. You want me to be the game player?
You're the one that got picked by the randomizer. It's up to you, bud. I don't mind.
All right, I'll play it. You time keep. That way you save me on the last round.
All right.
All right, let's do it that way.
That's if we get there.
So,
yeah.
Sportsy, you're the game player. Prey, you are the timekeeper. Okie dokie.
Yeah.
So, Prey, you'll need to keep your Hackbox device ready because you will have the emergency stop button if we need it. Sportsy, I don't think you actually need a Hackbox right now, but you might as well keep the window open because it might show interesting things along the way. Let me close the lobby out, and it's going to show everybody else in the audience will have, hopefully, £50,000
there we
and
go.
5 minutes on their personal allocation clocks to work with. We will come and visit this screen on a couple of occasions in the game just to see how your game is going along. But hopefully on your Hackbox screen, it should also show you what your current state is on the game as well, what your current total is, and what your remaining amount of time to allocate is. So,
That looks really nice.
it's nice, isn't it? Is it nice?
That looks
little effect?
really, really nice.
Yeah.
So, I guess before we get to the category board, we might as well do a bit of contestant introductions now. So, Sportsy, how are you feeling against? How are you feeling going against 5 Minutes to Fortune as a game player?
Quite nervous. I mean, I've seen a few episodes. I've played along with it, and thought I did all right. There are a couple subjects that might trip me up a bit, but yeah, if I've done crazier things, then this should be a piece of cake, right?
Oh, yeah, piece of cake. Prey,
Famous last words.
Prey, how are you feeling going into 5 Minutes to Fortune as the timekeeper here for Sportsy?
It's actually quite a lot of responsibility.
Oh yeah.
It's not to be understated being a timekeeper in this game. I'm looking forward to it.
It's going to be
honestly, I'm looking forward to it.
Well, I wish you the best of luck. Either of you have any categories that you'd like to see come up tonight?
I am not good on like the world geography or literature, but I'll still wing it.
Mm-hmm.
Wing
Right.
it the best way possible.
Yep.
Prey, what you think?
Hopefully like something like sports that I can save for a potential last hurrah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But we'll see.
But we shall see, indeed. So, if we're playing in the strictest of confidence of the game, that is now the discussions of how your confidence in certain categories is going to go down. Let's go over to the category board and see what you have in store for tonight's game. Hopefully now, Hackbox users, you should now see the new screen come up. There we go. So, for tonight, your 7 categories are... Sports Nuts. Well, there you go,
Hey.
Film Fanatic. Telly Addict. Science Geek. That's a new one.
Ooh.
Big Kid. Also a new one. Music Mad. And finally, history buff. So, you will be playing 5 of these categories, 5 of these games here, Sportsy. Prey will be playing one of them at the end as a top 10. Though, of course, there may be a visit to an emergency game if Prey uses the emergency stop on a particular game. But we'll get to that point if we need to.
No pressure, Sportsy.
No
Very
pressure
much
at
so.
all.
No
So,
pressure.
Prey, as the timekeeper, you are the one in control of choosing what games we play and for how long we play each game. So, for game number 1, where are we going?
Oh, I know us, or people from the 11 o'clock club, we do like our telly. And hopefully, this is going to be a nice category. I would like to select Telly Addict.
Telly Addict is our first category. Okie dokie. For those that are new to the game, obviously everyone's new to the audience game of this. The 50,000 that you currently have in your allocation in your bank right now, audience players, is money that is going to be bet against the hot seat players. You're going to make a prediction on time in a moment on how much time you think Sportsy will need to complete this round in a moment. That's 5 questions in total that needs to be answered correctly. You make that prediction, and any time over that will be taken away from your bank balance instead. That's essentially how it works. So, I think it's time to do a bit of introduction about how this game works. So, Telly Addicts, for tonight, Sportsy will be shown 2 definitions from a dictionary. He must then identify the missing words from the definitions, and the 2 words will make up a TV show. So, in this example here, we've got adjective of the darkest colour reflecting no light, and a noun, an exact copy of a data set, often on a remote server. The answer that we're looking for here is black and mirror, to make Black Mirror as the name of the TV show. Okay, it is as simple as that. Just 5 right to complete the round. You can make as many guesses at no penalty whatsoever. Same to you, audience players. You can make as many guesses as you wish. Just keep hitting the enter button once you have an answer to submit, and if it's right, your correct answer count will go up.
Input catchphrase slogan here. Just keep pressing and guessing.
Pressing and guessing, actually. And also, Sports, you have the option to pass if you don't know what the question is asking for. You can move on to the next definition instead.
Okay.
Reminder, though, that there is only a finite number of definitions, and we may roll back.
Okay.
Audience, time allocations are now open.
That's a big 5 minutes.
And it is a big 5 minutes for Prey. Oof. So you have 5 minutes to allocate across these 5 games that Sportsy will be playing. How much time do you think Sportsy will need to complete this game?
You know, I think I think I'm just gonna do a minute on this, because we're not sure what to expect, how well we're gonna do in certain rounds. So I will give 1 minute.
Just a standard 1 minute on the clock.
Bog standard 1 minute.
Bog standard minute. All right. And that is locked in. And for any audience players that have failed to lock a time in, will be given a default time of 10 seconds. That is the bare minimum available. So, Sportsy, what do you think? About a minute on that. Do you think that's going to be enough?
I think so. When it came up, the thing that came to mind, I was thinking feeling gutsy for 45 seconds, but at the same time, it is first round. Get the bugs out the system first. So,
dude, I was about to Ann Widdecombe. I was going to give you 30 seconds. I'm going to be real here.
Let's have a quick look to see how confident our audience are in Sportsy. Okay, sort of a nice window there. So the lowest time allocated was 40 seconds. The average is 58 seconds, so just shy of that minute. And someone has allocated 1 minute and 40 seconds on their personal clock on you completing.
God, I love that graphic.
Game.
Yeah, I like that.
Hey, I'm the minimum, says Dev. Well, hopefully, if Sportsy can complete it in less than 40 seconds, then that means you have more time to allocate on future rounds. But if not, then you will start to drain the first out of everyone in the audience. And yes, with the time, you can put 100, but that will mean 100 seconds. If you want to put 1 minute, you need to put 60 seconds or 1:00. So be careful on that, but it's your own time you're wasting.
Quite literally.
So let's take our positions. Sportsy is playing Prey.
I'll be over here if you need me.
You are the timekeeper. Just to get a reminder for you, Prey, because you will need it potentially. When the game goes live, you will have a big, scary stop button appear on your Hackbox device. If you think that Sportsy is struggling in a round, you can press that emergency stop button to terminate the game and stop any draining from happening. But remember, you only have the one emergency stop across the entire game, not just this one round, but all of the games in tonight's gameplay. Okay, and Sportsy, a reminder for you, all you need to do is work out the name of the TV show from the definitions. Okay?
Okay.
You have 1 minute on the clock. At 10 seconds remaining, the hourglass will start to turn. At 0, the hourglass will start draining. Are you ready, Sportsy?
I'm ready.
Okay, I'll get it going over to my Hackbox window because I have another window for myself.
Hey.
So if we're ready, let's play.
Game 1, Telly Addict.
A person who is outside one's familiar circle, any movable possession, an entity.
Pass.
Herb of the Speedwell genus Roman god of war identified with the Greek Ares.
Oh, God, word. I should know it. Pass.
Held back as a danger, taken into custody a number of buildings constructed at the same time.
Construction. Held back and as a danger. Pass.
The cardinal compass point at 180 degrees to place and leave a vehicle in a dedicated place.
South Park.
That's correct. 4 to go.
Barely, without any others being included, to develop
Hourglass
a
is
rapport,
turning.
to be or become joined.
Alone.
Hourglass is draining. And that's an emergency stop!
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
Toughie.
That was tougher than
Thank
expected.
That was not what I expected.
Toughie there. Well,
Yeah.
we have stopped the game. You're not draining anymore, but we will go to an emergency game in a moment. So let's have a look to see what you missed there. So this one, a person who's outside one's familiar circle is stranger. Any movable possession entity, that is things.
Yeah.
Looking for there. Next up, we're looking at Herb of the Speedwell genus, that's Veronica, and then Roman God of War, that's Mars, Veronica Mars.
I think the next one is like Arrested Development or something like that.
You will be absolutely right with that. It is Arrested Development. And then next one, barely without any others being included, only, and to develop a rapport, to be or become joined is connect. Only connect is what we're looking for there. You got one right, but one is not enough to complete the round, unfortunately, so we did have to use the emergency stop from Prey.
That was embarrassing.
It's not embarrassing at all. There were very difficult ones to start with.
Yeah.
Prey.
It happens, dude.
It happens.
Yeah, I felt like I had to. I had to use the emergency stop on that one, even though it's just at the very beginning of the game. I felt like it was a good use of it. We still have plenty of categories on the board. So we'll see where the randomizer takes us.
Indeed. Well, let's see how much got drained, because it did tip over.
Yeah.
Oh, barely.
Yeah.
Only 194 went, so you stopped it in good time.
That's a night out for me.
Goodness me, that's an expensive night out then. That leaves you in the hourglass.
Do you think I go out?
£49,806.
I'll hang out with you anytime, Prey. Don't tell Tyson.
So
This is live streamed.
So we have not completed a round yet. You are currently 0 for 5. We will be going to the category board in a moment, and we will be picking a category at random for you to play next. Let's have a look at the audience leaderboard to see how much time got lost. Okie dokie. So nearly all of the first column there still have their full 50,000. They allocated a bit more time, but AB Meat is the best so far on the balance of bank balance and remaining time left. 50,000 with 3 minutes and 55 left to allocate. Yes, Topper and Dev both going with the most confident bid there of 40 seconds. Lost a fair amount of their bank already, down to 45,640, but they have 4 minutes and 20 still to allocate on their clocks. So that is how the audience game is shaking out right now. Of course, it's all going to shuffle up a bit, but we have an emergency game to deal with. So you do not get to make the decision this time round. We're going to go straight with a random pick, and we're going to, if I can click it, Big Kid. That is going to be the category we play next as your emergency game. So let me load up my information about Big Kid. So Sportsy, you'll be asked to spell words using the numbers from a telephone keypad. So in this particular example, which I haven't actually changed, but it's supposed to be a word relating to toys in games. But the example word I have is diarchy. Has nothing to do with that at all. So to spell that out, you would say 3, then 4, 2, then 7, so on and so on, to spell out the word diarchy, which is apparently the example word I had. But it's definitely nothing to do with toys and games. It's supposed to be a toys and games tutorial. Hence the name Big Kid for the category. So that's what you need to do. Spell out 5 words using the numeric keypad. I will add to forewarn, if the word or phrase contains spaces, you do not need to worry about the space. Don't bother sending a 1. You don't need to do that. You just skip over the space and continue the letters from where you are. Same with you in the Hackbox game. You don't need to worry about the spaces. Just skip over them as if they don't exist. That is the current implementation I have. Now, with this being an emergency game, if I can press the spacebar, we allocate exactly the same way as the previous minigame went. That also applies to all of the Hackbox players as well. So no additional time has been taken from your current bank, but your allocation for this round is exactly the same as what it was in the previous round. 1 minute on the clock, Sportsy. Do you think that's going to be enough for you here?
I hope so.
You hope so.
You got this. Yeah. You got this.
Well, I mean your job has already been done very quickly ahead of time. You now have no emergency button to deal with.
You'll just hear me off in the back. Just go, ah!
I hope I won't let you down.
All right, let's take our positions.
I'll go back over here now.
Okay, 2 seconds.
So again, a reminder, you just need to spell out the word using the numeric keypad. You have 1 minute on the clock. As soon as it hits 0, you start draining. There are no emergency stops left. Right. Are you ready, Sportsy?
Let's do it, yeah.
Okay, if you're ready, let's play.
Emergency game. Big Kid.
Diablo.
Repeat it? Can it be repeated?
Diablo.
Okay. 3, 4, 8, 2, 5. 2, 5, 6.
Diablo.
7. Oh, sorry. No, I'm sorry. 8. No, 2. Pass.
Kaleidoscope.
Okay. 2, 6, 5. Oh, sorry. 3.
Okay, what's the turning?
2, 5, 5. 3. 3. 2, 4, 2. Oh boy. Shit. Oh, pardon me. 2, 3. 3, 7. Oh, sorry. 3, 2, 4. Why was so? Oh my god. I know it's not 7. Pass.
Mancala.
6, 2, 6, 2, 4, 2, 5, 2.
Correct. 4 to go.
Oh my god.
Etch a Sketch.
3, 2.
I gave you an 8.
8. Yeah, 3, 8, 2. 4, 2. 7, 5, 3, 8, 2, 4.
Correct. 3 to go.
Stratego.
7, 8, 7. No. 2, 8, 3, 4, 6.
Correct. 2 to go.
Hacky Sack.
4, 8. 4, 2. 2, 5, 9, 7, 2, 2, 5.
Correct. 1 to go.
Jump Rope.
5, 8, 6, 7, 7, 6, 7, 3.
Stop the drain!
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
Goodness me.
This is gonna hurt.
Yes, Diabolo. There's an extra O in the spelling there. It's not Diablo. Diabolo was the whole word we were looking for there. Oh, goodness me. That was a big drain.
I've heard it and I internalized it as Diablo. I'm sorry.
Oh, boy. Yeah, if you've got any issues on Discord side, on the Hackbox side of things, do send them on Discord.
Yeah.
It should, in theory, keep progressing an answer if you've got a partial answer, which means you don't have to start again. You can just continue from where you left off on that partial answer. But there may be some weird issues in there. That's all I'm going to say.
This is about to hurt.
Let's just quickly go over the ones that got passed. That's still.
Oh, hello.
It's supposed to actually clear that out. It's Jump Rope, and then Diablo. It's
Answer Smash.
It's Answer Smash. The other way. It's still got that way. It keeps the old answer. It's supposed to be Diabolo. Diabolo, which is 3422656. That's what you should have done for that one.
Okay.
Then Kaleidoscope, very awkward spelling. 5253 436 72673. That spelling. And that was your last one that we all sorted out. So
I'm not looking forward to this. I'm not looking forward to this.
You did very well on the emergency stop, but that was quite the
Just
drain.
bring the pain. Bring the pain. Oh!
34,760 has escaped the hourglass. Which means
15,000 left.
you are left with £15,046.
Oh.
Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. But you are through the round.
Yeah.
And you can easily pick this back up, get perfect game after perfect game, and you'll still be sitting on £15,000. It's very, very doable.
Yeah.
How are you feeling at the moment, Sportsy?
How about humbled?
You thought that was hard.
the nicest way to put it. In the other words, I would need the button. I would need the censor button.
Now, I bet the audience game is going to have much a similar sort of situation.
This is going to be fun to watch.
Now, considering that there were a couple of players that allocated less than a minute last time as well, there was some that allocated a minute 40. They're not going to lose so much, but I'm feeling this is going to be a bit of a massacre in the audience side of things. Oh, no!
Oh, my God!
Oh, no! That's not what you want to see. There's already some crash outs. Dev, Topper, Prugs, Rapunzel, Score, and Puzzle Dan have already crashed out.
So Sportsy, how does it feel that we are probably the most hated
Hang on,
people?
that doesn't make sense then. No, wait, no.
That doesn't make sense.
The math does not make sense there at all. Considering you have 15,000. Oh, right.
Unless on their side, the drain was still happening from the word go.
No, it shouldn't have done. Yeah, these numbers don't make sense.
That's what it seems like.
The math is, yeah.
That's an interesting quirk. I did do a test of this, and I'm pretty certain the numbers did make sense, but now they don't. Audit drain might be faster. No, it should be the same, Ape. They use the same time codes as the hot seat game does, because I had to rewrite a lot of codes to make that happen.
What if because the emergency stop was used, it didn't reset these scores back?
So no, I have a feeling what Prey said is probably about right. Is that it started
the drain's
from 0.
still going for them.
Aha!
It started from 0 because there should be approximately £12,500 on average.
Well, I bet you anything. If our emergency game time was 0, we'd be at the same mark as Shapes, Silent Marine, as Tipster. We'd be at that mark as well.
Didn't say it I'd say it didn't relock your times and just gave you all 10 seconds. Maybe.
Possibly, yeah.
I do have I do have a separate method that's supposed to go through for the emergency time allocation. So it should have remembered the previous allocations, but maybe it didn't. So that is interesting. I didn't expect that to happen. But as I say, none of these dupes are being paid out tonight, so because I knew there would potentially be things like this at risk. So for a lot of you, unfortunately, you're playing with time right now and no money. There's not exactly much I can do about that.
Sorry, guys.
Do I have access to all of the players? Can I just bump them up an extra number of dupes? Or pounds, should I say? Can I actually just do that?
Hang on a minute.
I might have the access to do that.
Yeah, I've just noticed something.
Or not. No, actually, I don't have the access to do that. What's that?
Last time we went to this board, it was Topper and Dev down at the bottom.
Yeah.
How come Prug, Score Count, Dan, they've all got now less time? They should have allocated the same time that they had last round, right?
No. The reason the order has shifted at the bottom there is because they're all now on 0, but Topper and Dev allocated less time, therefore they are actually shifted up in the order because they technically have more time to work with overall in cash and time. That's how it orders it. So the ordering is correct on the leaderboard, but where the numbers have come from is completely bogus. There's definitely an error somewhere. Anyway, we'll continue on, and you can have a bit of fun still on the Hackbox experience, even if it is completely and utterly balked on the numbers.
If only you could give JB 101.
No, I can't right now. But what we'll do afterwards, once this game is done, because I don't actually have anything else scheduled for tonight's game, tonight's stream. We can figure out what's going on with the emergency game and see what's happening there on the allocation. Anyway, we will continue on. Clear that all off, and we go back to the category board. We have some fun, can't we, folks? Prey. One game
I feel like Steve's
down,
coming on.
4 to go.
Right. So we're going to introduce the Major Charles method. I'm going to say a category. Sports, you just cough and how you're feeling on it. That would be great.
I'll allow it.
Film fanatic.
Okay.
Cough, damn it, you're not sticking to the plan. Oh man, sports nut is being left to me. Like if we make it that far, let's go. The science geek. Why not?
Science geek. Okay.
We're having fun.
Let's go with the science. So,
oh gosh.
So Sportsy,
good luck, Sportsy.
You'll be shown a page from our social networking site where some famous figures have checked in. Using the people, the time, and location, you will need to name the iconic scientific discovery.
Oh God!
For fuck's sakes!
Good night, everybody.
So, for example, electromagnetic phenomenon that was discovered by Wilhelm Röntgen in 1895, just outside of Würzburg. The answer that you need to give here is X-rays, because that was the discovery. There were X-rays.
Sportsy, I am so sorry.
So, you have 4 minutes on the clock to allocate. How much time do you think Sportsy will need to complete this round? Bearing in mind, you still need to allocate some time for future rounds. And David is indicating, and I would very strongly heed this advice, pass early, pass often. Seriously. Yeah. If you don't know what it is, really just pass as soon as you can, because by the design of the game, the questions get easier the further into the stack you go.
Okay.
Pray. What do you think?
With that in mind, I think it's going to need a little bit more time on this one, potentially. So, I think I might give him an extra 30 seconds. Let's go 1 minute and a half, and I will confirm that.
And that's locked in. 1 minute and 30 on the clock. What do you feel about that?
I don't know why that gave me. I don't know why that gave me chills. The moment I said confirmed that, it just popped up. It gave me chills there. I was like, what the hell?
It gave me chills too. Nervous, but yeah. Let's go. Let's do this.
Let's do this.
You sound so confident. It's great.
Audience, how do we think? We might have some people that have just gone, screw the Hackbox game, and it's going to allocate them 10 seconds anyway. Average is 1 minute and 27. The maximum, someone has allocated half of their entire allocation, 2.5 minutes on you completing this round.
I love the average, is the fact that the average is somewhat the same as what I've allocated. You know, that's quite nice.
Not locked in the amount you selected, says Topo. Well, that's even funner. Maybe because you got no time. I don't know.
Or no money.
But yeah, it should do that. Anyway, let's take your positions.
Okay. Look at this useless button I have in front of me.
So, Sportsy, you need to work out the scientific discoveries. You've got 90 seconds on the clock to get 5 correct answers. Once you hit 0, the money starts draining. Are you ready?
Yeah.
You got this, bud.
You got this. And again, heed the advice of David. Pass early and pass often.
Gotcha.
You ready? Then let's play.
Game 2. Science Geek.
Electrical component invented by Bardeen Brattain and Shockley Murray Hill, 1947.
Pass.
Chemical structure imagined by August Kekuli in a dream, 1865.
Oh, pass.
Time-saving design created by Masahiro Hara, the Denso Wave Company, 1994.
Daylight savings time. Sundial. Watch. Pass.
Handheld device trialed by Humphrey Davy Hebburn Colliery, 1815.
A compass. Pass.
Lightwave demonstrated by Theodore Mayman Hughes Research Labs, 1960.
Lightweight. I should know this. Sound, music, sound barrier, pass.
Household appliance patented by James Harrison,
Microwave.
1856.
Household appliance, coffee maker, refrigerator, stove.
Yes,
sorry,
refrigerator.
Stove,
4 to go.
Chemical element isolated by Joseph Priestley, Bow Woodhouse, 1774.
Pass.
Mathematical system co-discovered by Gottfried Leibniz, circa 1675.
Pythagorean theorem, calculator, abacus.
Calculator close.
Pass. Adding machine. Pass.
Scientific theory formulated by Charles Darwin, circa 1835.
Pythagorean theorem, scientific theory. Pass.
Molecule structure identified by Watson and Crick
Atoms.
Laboratory, 1953.
Atoms, protons, electrons, neutrons. Pass.
Scientific breakthrough by Isaac Newton, Woolsthorpe Manor, 1666.
Gravity.
Yes, 3 to go.
Form of communication demonstrated by Guglielmo Marconi, 1895.
Telephone, telegram, communication. Smoke signal, pass.
Medical procedure discovered by Edward Jenner, 1796.
Heart transplant, liver transplant, also transplant, pass.
Drug discovered by Alexander Fleming, St. Mary's Hospital,
Penicillin.
1928.
Yes, 2 to go.
Device demonstrated by Alexander Graham Bell, West Fairmount Park,
Telephone.
1876.
Yes, 1 to go.
Electrical components invented by Bardeen Brattain and
And that is a crack out. And we had just rolled back round again on the
Yep.
stack. Just one left you needed. Just one. Oh my god, you're absolutely right, Brig. You're absolutely right. The AI voice sounds just like Jamie Theakston. You're absolutely right. Oh, that's
the guy that
weird.
actually did the voice on the fucking show, right?
Yeah.
Well, no, he wasn't, but still. Goodness me. Yeah, you're absolutely on the money with that guess. I mean, it isn't his voice. It was my voice augmented a bit, but you're absolutely right with how it's processed it.
Would I be right in when you said calculator close, calculus?
We'll come to that when we get there. Let's go through the reveals. So the electrical component here was a transistor. Just outside of New York. The chemical structure, that was benzene, as in benzene rings. Next, the time-saving design, not time-saving in that response, quick response code.
QR code.
QR code.
And the year threw me off.
The handheld device, that was a safety lamp down in the mines, up in the northeast of England, so a lot of mines up there. Lightwave demonstrated, that was a laser we're looking for. Laser looking for.
Laser.
Chemical element isolated by Joseph Priestley, that was oxygen. Just outside of Tiffany. It was oxygen. Mathematical system, it was calculus.
It was.
Absolutely right. Then the scientific theory, that was the theory of evolution by natural selection.
Evolution.
Natural selection was the key word there we're looking for. Molecule structure identified by Watson and Crick, that was DNA.
DNA, yeah.
DNA we're looking for. The form of communication, that was radio waves. And then the medical procedure, that was vaccination against smallpox. Smallpox, the key word there.
Oh man!
Did I mention science is not my strong suit?
You could have coughed that to me potentially.
Well, hard luck there, Sportsy and Prey.
Sportsy and you did good. Proud of you. Prey did well on
bit of a difficult game.
Wow, that was tough.
I felt like I was in JTOC, Jeopardy Tournament of Champions.
Yes.
That was tough.
Well, hard luck there. Unfortunately,
I'll never see sports stuff.
Unfortunately, you didn't get through the hourglass. I mean, I think I might be able to. Well, no, I can't jump. No, I can jump the gun actually, can't I?
Pretty sure you've done it before in
The
testing.
gameplay structure allows me to do so. So I might be able to jump the gun and move you over to the final round just to see what would happen. But it's up to David ultimately because it's his questions.
Yeah.
You can burn whatever you want. He says.
Ow.
Well, in that case, then, what can I do with?
Stick with 15,000. Why not?
That's what we had.
Yeah, stick at 15,000. If we had got that far.
So let me press that because it has to do that.
Yeah.
Yuck.
Oh no! I wonder how much you've got left.
How much have you got left in the bank?
I don't think it's much.
not
No!
It's not much at all. No, I might keep those rounds. I don't know. Might keep those rounds for a moment just in case.
I love the change to black background, by the way.
What we'll do is we'll give you 12,500, and let me jump the gun to round index 5. Yeah, that happened.
Congrats, David Topper. You've actually won the audience game.
Correct. Select again. Dev wins by doing not much at all. That is how the audience game has shook out. I mean, it definitely not how I wanted to see things happen, but hey ho.
Is this where the time turns into money? You've accidentally won £4.10.
If only. So, in theory, I have assigned it to round 5, or round index 5, so it's actually round 6, which should be the top 10. I think we should just do this for shiggles. Prey.
It would have been Sports Nut.
It would have been Sports Nut. Okay, so Sports Nut is what it shall be. So for you, Prey, it is going to be a top 10, very much like Tenable. You'll see a category with 10 possible answers. You need to give me 5 of the 10 to bank out to the not 12,500 that you currently have in the bank. So, let's get straight to it. Oh, hello, that's a lovely header title that doesn't exist. Good old me. I have a thin header that doesn't exist because technically the top 10s don't have any titles.
Oh, right.
In a weird, quirky way, how I've implemented it, they don't actually have any titles. For the audience part of it, there is no gameplay on the top 10 because you're supposed to be rooting for the hot seat players to win your money, essentially. So there is no hot seat, no audience gameplay along for the top 10. I think it's ready to go. So, Prey, are you ready?
I'm ready.
The hourglass will start turning immediately after the question has been read out. You ready? Then let's play.
Final game. Sports Nut.
Best paid soccer players, including off-field earnings.
Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi, Gareth Bale, David Beckham, Pele, Diego Maradona, Neymar.
I'll give you that.
Wayne Rooney? No, probably not. Saicedo? No. Kante? Including off-field earnings. Ronaldinho? No, not Ronaldinho. Okay. Wow, not coming to me.
And that there is time.
Wow. I thought some of the ones that I said would have been up there. That's surprising, actually.
I'm glad you had that because that was not going to be me at all.
Hence why I was going to leave it to last.
You gave some good answers, but not all the ones.
Try to think about. I thought David Beckham was going to be the Gary Lineker wouldn't have been there.
Well,
Thierry Henry.
Let's have a look from 4 down because you got the top 3. Number 4 on the list was Mbappe.
Kylian Mbappe. Why did I not think of Mbappe?
Kylian Mbappe. Yeah. Number 5 was Karim Benzema.
Oh, I
Benzema,
should have
Time
focused on the French squad as well. Oh man.
In 6th, I saw this one appear in chat. Jake got it. Erling Haaland.
Haaland.
Number 7 was Mohamed Salah. Number 8, Sadio Mane. Number 9 was Kevin De Bruyne. De Bruyne, sorry. Number 10 was Harry Kane.
Harry Kane. Ah.
So there was another English one in there. You just kept missing.
I was going too far into the past. Yeah, I should have been looking towards the future. Oh man.
So even if we got to the end there, it still would have been a crash out, unfortunately. But you got 3 of 5. You managed to get the top 3, in fact, as well. Not been the best game, I suppose, but either way, Sportsy and Prey, I hope you had fun.
It was fun. It was fun overall.
That's good to hear.
It was always good fun.
Well, thank you very much for playing. Hard luck with the questions that came your way, but hopefully next time round you'll have a bit more fortune with 5 minutes to fortune. Ha ha!
And next time I'll be player, and that will be a disaster.
Thank you very much for playing Sportsy and Prey, and we'll catch you later. Take care.
Thank you.
Take care, bud.
Bye. So I need to get to the root of this emergency game issue, because that was a load of weirdness. What happened? What happened in that? Let's have a look, shall we? Because it does have a separate route here called Do Emergency Time Allocations. And it goes allocate time based on their timed bank previous game seconds, if they had it defined. If it didn't, then it was just the required seconds, so it would allocate just 10 in if it couldn't allocate the previous game seconds. So maybe previous game seconds didn't get set? No, it does if you hit apply drain. If you hit apply drain, it remembers what the previous game seconds were. So it carries those over. And then doesn't deduct, it forces the allocation. Allocate seconds for game, forced allocation. Yeah, it looks like it should work. Yeah, we've just got casually dropping into a dev stream right now, because I need to fix what happened with the emergency game. So what I'm going to do is we're going to run those questions back. I think that's what we're going to do. We'll have someone randomly picked as the hot seat player. In fact, that could be me. I will be the hot seat player and the game player or whatever, and we'll go from there, and then we'll figure out what's going on with the emergency time allocations. So we'll just jump through. It's brought everyone in from the previous game. I'm just going to add myself to the game as well, so just don't mind me. I need to log in with Twitch first. Good thing that asked me. Hot seat, yes. Now I'm going to do the roll thing, and it's going to show someone, probably not me, and then I'm going to make it me. So I'm going to now make it me, force the game to be me, and force the game to be me. So it's me. I am both the hot seat game player and the hot seat timekeeper. So that is me, and that is me. Me and me. And there's also a wee me there as well. Everyone is Ash. So everyone now is playing the audience game, and we're going to have a bit of a quick test of things, I suppose. So what we'll do is we'll pick the first category, and you get to see the behind the scenes of me running through things fast. Which one are we going to start off with? Shall we start off with Teleaddict again? Yes, we'll start off with Teleaddict again. So this is the one with the definitions. Fantastic. So please allocate some time and remember what you allocated, because we will need to, we will do this as a as an exercise to sort of work out what the numbers really are. I mean, I can debug attach into it as well to figure out what's going on with the emergency time stuff. Yeah, do just put some numbers in so that we can work out what things are doing. Allocating 10 seconds isn't going to be so helpful immediately on the internet, because we suspect that might be the problem, is that it's actually going to allocate you 10 seconds on the emergency game. So you allocating 10 seconds now isn't going to work out which of those it's going to be. But we can work it out in a moment. I've allocated 0 seconds on my end, so that's going to be even funner. Yeah, I can allocate 0 seconds for the actual hot seat game, and it still allows it. So from the audience game, we've got a minimum of 10 seconds up to a max of 3 minutes 50. That's about right. I can't do the full 5 minutes, although actually, again, the rules don't apply on the allocated time here. But on your side, you can't allocate the full 5 minutes because you need a minimum of 10 seconds for the successive rounds in the future. But on my side, I can do whatever the hell I want. So that's that. We will need to play this round out. We don't even need to worry about actually playing much of this round out. I just need to emergency stop it.
Game 1, Telly Addict.
So I can do that. So I can do that. The game is now in emergency stop mode. So I'll need to put a breakpoint on do emergency time allocation so that I can see what's going on there. Previous game seconds also needs a breakpoint on that, just to make sure that it's hitting that in the apply drain. So we'll hit that there. Enable debugging for this session. Switch to debug also. Oh, feck. I'm not in debugging mode at all. Shoot, I forgot about that. Oh, bugger. I forgot I wasn't in debugging mode on Unity, because that's a thing you actually have to specify now. I left it in release mode so that it can run as fast as possible. Dang it. Oh, well. He's just got to go back to the lobby again and allocate some time again. Dang it. Dang it, Barbie. 5. Yes. And then we do that. I hope you're enjoying the look of it, by the way. I hope you're enjoying how 5 Minutes Fortune looks on the Hackbox side of things. I spent a bit of time getting the sort of the glowy text to work quite nicely. Let me put that away and do that. Fancy go away. Do all that. We'll do Telly Addict again. Tutorial is that. Allocate some time again, please, folks. We technically only really need a couple of people to do this, but allocate some time if you're there and you want to have a bit of fun. And I will actually allocate some time on my end this time. Time is starting to mean nothing right now by saying time all the time. That's locked in. Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey stuff. That's kind of what we're having to debug right now. Okay, everyone has allocated some time. There's a minimum of 11. Well, I love to see. Everyone has allocated time. All right, then, take positions. And then let's play.
Game 1, Telly Addict.
And then the emergency stop. Yeah, I will run the time on the emergency game itself so that we can know what's going on bank-wise or allocation-wise. Yeah, I will do on the emergency game because that is the critical part. But this one is hitting apply drain. So, who is this applying drain on? The timed bank. Who else is getting the drain applied? Hackbox audience needs to apply drain as well. So I need to hit that here. Now, is that method going to get called? I imagine it should do. On minigame cash remaining, it will call apply drain. Alright. That's fine. That's what it's doing right now. Apply drain, which comes through here. And all of the players have come through, and they have timed banks, and I can actually have a look at that information right now. How much time have you allocated? How much time have you actually allocated here? Well, it should go apply drain and then actually say. Game seconds was true. It's not true. It's actually a value. Oh! Well, that's wrong then. How did that say minimum of 11? Oh, I do that thing, don't I? Where I don't actually show the people that didn't allocate time. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, the minimum you actually see is a minimum of people that have explicitly opted time. Otherwise, you pretty much will always see that be 10 seconds. So yeah, those that haven't actually allocated time don't actually affect that result. I forgot about that. So the previous game seconds is now specified. Does previous game seconds ever get reset anywhere? I don't think it does. I think it's the only time it gets set is there. Yeah, that is the only time it's set. Okay, so they are the drain is being applied. Okay. So the drain is being applied. Everyone's done very well on their allocations, particularly Toot and Prey, and quite a few people actually allocated 10 seconds on the minimum. Arun has gone for the absolute maximum, though, from the looks of things. Oh, is it the maximum? No, it's not the maximum. You could have done another 10 seconds. But you're pretty much the maximum at that point. So now I need to go into the emergency game. And this one we went with Big Kid. Like that. There we go. The maximum that you allocate on round 1 is 4 minutes and 20 because it leaves you with 10 seconds each on the remaining 4 rounds. So yeah, that's the absolute maximum you can allocate on round 1 is 4 minutes 20. Big Kid, we've seen how this works. Spell it out. Diarchy is a kid's game. It's like Risk. It's like Risk, except diarchic. Diablo 2. Oh, interesting. I haven't hit do emergency time allocations. That hasn't come through. That should have come through right now. It doesn't do the same allocation show. That's why. It goes through lock-in directly. I forgot that's how this presentation works. It goes straight to the allocated time and is locked in. Ah, well, there's your bug there, folks. So yeah, it just skips over. It basically resets all of the time allocations, and because you have no time allocation, it defaults to 10 seconds. So that is why that bug came about. So what I need to do is come in here, if game setup, emergency round, do emergency time allocations, else run after delay end time allocations, and that should now be correct. Dang it, I had the wrong method. After all of that, it was just one method off. One method off! But we now need to prove it. It's all well and good me saying we fixed it, but I need to prove it now. So, let's do it again. Colo, no, it's me again. It's me again, I'm afraid. And that. And round 1. Go through all the categories again. Telly addict. Yes, we know. No. Yes, we know how it works. Allocate some time, please. If you may, allocate some time. I do thank you for sticking around for the impromptu dev stream, but we kind of need it. If you want to allocate a minute 9, sure, do a minute 9. I'm going to allocate 45 seconds again because I can do that, and that's locked in. Ooh. Well then, who managed to allocate 0? Who managed to allocate 0? That's new on me. Who allocated 0 seconds? Negative Joker. It was me all along. No, it wasn't. Matt tried .09. Yeah, it wouldn't allow that because it needs to be an integer. I don't know why that's a 0. Okay, we'll just gloss over that for now. Yeah, there might be some issues in the numpad round. That one I didn't get much of a test on the Hackbox side of things. So I do apologise if the numpad round didn't really work. Tried entering a partial for Kaleidoscope and got that. You got the diab back. Yeah, I don't know. Ooh, how does that resolve the partial? You move on to new answer partial. It should really show that. I don't know if it does. It will remember what your other partial answer was. If you didn't get further than your previous partial answer, then it will show you your previous partial answer. So if you spelled kaleidoscope but didn't get as far as the diab in Diablo, then I suspect it's not going to show the kaleidoscope partial. Yeah, if you spelt it K-A-L-I-E-D-O, it would have said you only got 3 characters, but your best partial so far is diab. Interesting. So the diab confusion was because people expected the computer game Diablo. Ah, yes. Well, that's a differentiation on the actual word itself. Nothing to do with the matching metric of things. The AI wasn't clear enough. I thought the ducking of the audio was already quite strong, so that they could be heard over the music. But if it's still not that good, then I'm going to have to bump it up further. Lost more money then. Yeah, we're figuring that one out now. Wouldn't take one number of responses in Big Kid. Interesting. I'll need to look at that then. It may be the full words thing is still a problem with the spaces. I'll need to look at that again. Yeah, the fonts are going to be different, JB, because the one I have in the actual game I've paid for. I've actually paid a license for, and I've paid a lot of money for that license for, whereas Hackbox, you use Google fonts. So I found the closest font that I could that matched. So they are going to be different. Anyway, need to play this round out.
Game 1, Telly Addict.
Emergency stop. Not fine over me or the player. Well, the thing is with OBS, well, the thing with the stream is my voice is sort of prioritized over everything else. Then it's the player's voice is then prioritized second. Then it's the game audio. So if me or Sportsy happens to be talking, then the game audio, including the AI speaking, that's part of the game audio, is going to get ducked by me and the Discord voice. That's just going to be the case. There's not much I could do about that. That's just the case. That's just the situation it's in. Maybe I could get the AI voice to exist on a completely different plane and have that be independent of all the game audio entirely, but that's a hell of a lot of hoops to jump through for something a little, in my mind, is kind of minor. The round with the AI voice would be better with non-audio clues. What do you mean by that, Dev? Put up captions. No, because half the point is you're supposed to listen for some of these rounds. Like that number pad one, you have to listen because that's the only prompt you've got. It would be better if I read the word out live, Silent Marine, but I'm trying to get the game and or other people or whatever to do more stuff so that I don't have to read it out, because there's a lot of stuff that I have to do already. I'm lowering my workload by trying to get other things to do it, but apparently that's not working out. Anyway, that was Stranger Things. That was 50,000. I can have a resay trigger, Proogs, absolutely. That's only good for the hot seat players. From the sounds of things, the complaints from audience players, you don't get a resay option from the audience. So that's not going to help that. Everyone's got 50,000, cool. I'm going to put the breakpoint back on do emergency time allocations just to make sure. Big Kid as the emergency game. Diarchy. Yep. And it still hasn't come through. Really? Still hasn't come through. But that sound there is lock-in. That is literally on timer allocation lock-in. What? Do I have a separate one? Oh, of course I do. Of course I do. I have a separate method just for the emergency clock. Because of this reason. Ah, god damn it. Override on timer emergency allocation start. That's the one I wanted. Protected. Override. Void. Do emergency time allocations. That's what I meant to do. Sake. Helps if I remember how I even coded. And that. And it's Teepster, except it's me again. Hi, it's me again. And that. And that. And all this again. And that. And that. And that. And that. Allocate some time again if you want. Up to you. Davina's that's what I listen to every time I test this game. As I skip through the game. That's going to be enough allocations. Should be enough to work with. Yeah, someone still managed to allocate 0. Whatever.
Game 1.
I'll work that one out.
Telly Addict.
And emergency. If you could click the button for the AI to read the word in Hackbox, cool, Jake. That's going to cost me a lot of money to do. But also, there's no sound playback currently in Hackbox. That's a thing that doesn't exist right now. Could be a thing that exists, but also no. Because I've already made the strong decision to not do Hackbox displays for each round, because there's some rounds in here that's just practically impossible to do, and therefore because of that I'm not going to offer ways to reread the prompt on the Hackbox side of things. If I can get the game to play to be 100% accurate, in which case I'm making my own client for that, then yes, I can get it to reread. But given the interface that we're working with right now, and I want to make it simpler rather than more complicated, then yeah, I would. It's going to be no, you don't get to hear it. Otherwise, you're getting more and more advantage that you have versus the hot seat players, and the whole thing is that the audience play along in the games is just for a bit of fun, not necessarily to completely complete all of the rounds. Anyway, I'm just going to quickly go over this stuff. Yes, we know it's Stranger Things at this point. Grow out the mustache. Oh, I hate facial hair. This is me just being lazy. I haven't gotten the shaver out for a few days. Let me me get the debug breakpoint back on. Make sure I actually hit the allocation. And that. Yeah, looks good on me. Fine. Dealing with my skin, not fine. That's the problem that I have with it. It's not necessarily that I don't like the look of it. It's the fact that it messes with my skin a lot, and makes it very blotchy and lots of not funness. Hey, hit the method this time. So this time now, people who have previous game seconds now going to allocate those previous game seconds. Fantastic. So now, folks, this time it should actually play out according to what you allocated. Oh, it actually showed that specifically on your side, Amy. That's even better. So that's showing more confidence that that's what it's done. And presumably it's shown the correct time allocation and not some weird stuff. Well, we'll play this out for a little bit.
Emergency game. Big Kid.
And see how it all goes.
Diablo. Kaleidoscope.
Pass.
Mancala.
Yep.
Etch-a-Sketch. Stratego.
Okay, the AI didn't do a particularly good job there. It's trying to say it too fast. So that's a fault of the AI voice, not necessarily it being quiet. Nope.
Hacky sack. Jump rope.
That one I could hear fine.
Dominoes.
And why was that voice particularly quiet? It should have been a bit louder. The actual voice itself.
Play DOH.
Okay, completely failed on that one. Doesn't know how to say dough. I just spelled it out for you. Play DOH. Stop the drain! Oh dear me, play DOH. Struth. Well, let's see the ones that got passed. That's still a bug that I need to fix. It's not Play-Doh. That was the word we were just on. We were looking at Kaleidoscope as it tries to fit it in space. It just doesn't have the space for. Oh, Kaleidoscope is just about in there. Play-Doh Kaleidoscope. And the other one, oh, the Etch-a-Sketch got spelled out. Yep, there you go. Get rid of that. And that's the hacky sack. Oh, the spacing on that looks awful. Why is the space so tiny? It's supposed to be 2 words. And the kerning on that A is awful. Ugh. Looking at things going, why the hell does it look like that? Yuck. Jump rope again. It's supposed to be a space there. Where's the space gone? Where's the cue ball? Oh, I know why the space isn't there, because it doesn't treat it as a full width space when it does that. Anyway, I lost 9,858 with 45 seconds. How did you guys do? Are your numbers that you've lost more meaningful based on this being a 45-second drain? Presumably so. You lost 13,000. You supposedly lost 12,000. Well, how much time did you allocate? Because we can work the numbers out depending on how much you allocated time-wise. Charlemagne lost 8,000, allocated 55 seconds. So that sounds correct. Because you lost 10 seconds fewer amount of pounds. Tips that allocated 42 seconds, lost 10k. Sounds about right, because that's slightly more than 9.8. 3 seconds worth, which will be £625, which is, yeah, sounds about right. So the numbers I'm seeing looks about right. ABB lost 5963 after allocating a minute and 5. So that's another 20 seconds, so that would have been another 4,000 fewer. Yeah, that sounds about right. Immediately on the internet lost 0 power 4 minutes and 20. That's obviously going to be right, because we didn't use 4 minutes and 20 on the time. So from the sounds of things, the math checks out. And we'll have a look at the numbers on my side of things. Those look about right. So 4 minutes and 15 means they allocated just 10 seconds. Lots of players have done that. The 4 minutes and 15 would be exactly the same as what I just had. Yeah, that looks about right this time. Those numbers make sense. 1 minute and 27 the ape allocated after the amount of waffle we had. Yeah, that sounds about right. That looks correct to me. That does look correct. All right. We fixed that bug now. Yeah, it probably would have gone for about 1 minute and 35, Jake. Working all the maths out on that. So, I think that's correct. I think that's now all good. Cool. Fixing that bug. That's nice. Had issues entering the hacky sack, probably because it being hacky sack, and it would not let me enter the last K. Didn't enter the last K? Interesting. So yeah, we fixed the drain too much issue. Questions probably need to be in Hackbox for a speed-based game. The stream being locked on 1080p today and meant the questions came about 20 seconds too late. Again, not really my... The stream offering is not my problem right now. The problem I have is in certain rounds, it's impossible to show the questions on Hackbox unless you gain a massive advantage. Like Quick Flash is impossible to do on Hackbox. Because it relies on showing the text for a specific amount of time with a specific effect. And that is the only way you can see it. For those kinds of rounds, I'd have to just say, no, not at all, full stop. I can maybe get some of the questions to show on some of the rounds, but it won't be all of them. I was trying to go for a more universal approach so that every round is treated the same, that you have to watch stream to play the game. That was my intention, so that no rounds were specifically easier to play on Hackbox than others. Because as I say, the actual answering of correct answers on Hackbox is just a bonus. It doesn't affect your final total in any way. You just get bonuses for getting questions right ahead of the player. That's all. That is my opinion on how the audience side of things works with this game. Well as upping the volume of the spoken word for keypad, maybe some kind of listen visual prompt might help to prevent the player speaking over it. I guess, but also they could just listen. They could just listen. They could just play the game and know that that's what's happening. Yeah, I definitely can do things like that. It's just, is it babying too much? That's what I question. Because I don't even know on the game if they're allowed to have the question be reread to them. I don't know if on the original show 5 Minutes to Fortune that was even a thing. The round intro voiceovers are a touch quiet. Again, they get priority audio over the music does. It gets ducked again. I can keep shifting it so that basically don't hear the music at all. I can keep doing it, keep going further and further with the effect. I mean, there will be a slight delay. That's very true. Might be a case of the master game audio needs to go up and then rebalance the levels. I can't put it any higher because then you can't hear the players. I've had countless times people complain that people can't hear the players, and I have my audio set up right now so that you can hear both. If I put the overall game audio up higher now, you will complain that you can't hear the players. So what do you want? Do you want to hear the players playing the game, or do you want to hear the game so you can play the game? That's kind of what the problem is. I have to strike the balance between the two, and I can't offer both. It's choose the best of the two options, or strike a happy medium. Is basically it. Then you rebalance everything back down, but keep the game voice up. So basically what I'm hearing is music just quieter, full stop. That's what I'm hearing. Alright. Edit play mode, music goes down by 6 dB. There you go. Simple. Don't hear the music as loud anymore. There you go. Simple as that. Well, the music is now slightly down, so there you go. Music is now slightly down. It's gone down by about 6 dB in Unity. Right. I think that is kind of all the ones I wanted to test right now.
Hey buddy, we all know you're doing your best and you're appreciated. Keep it up, less than 3.
Thank you for that, JB. Thank you for the 100 bits. Yeah, it's just that a lot of the problems that people are expressing is just because of the nature of it. It's the game that you want to play is not possible. That's just straight up what it is. The game that you want to play is not possible with the whole medium that we have right now. There are compromises that have to be put in place, because I am not a TV studio that can offer you the full TV studio experience while you are still at home, and while I'm still here, and while everybody else is also doing exactly the same thing simultaneously. So that's the issue. And we're trying to do as much as we can to make it so that you can get as close to that, but we can't. We're hitting brick walls and can't get any further than that. So yeah, I guess this is about as far as we can get to what we want. You don't need to wear pants.
You're doing absolutely incredible work.
Thank you for the 500 bits there, Porster. Also, I don't want to sound like bitter or anything like that, but yeah, it's just a lot of the complaints are complaints I've heard of before with other games, and it's inherent with the presentation, and it's inherent with the medium itself. There's not much you can do unless you do the whole thing yourself, and that includes your own streaming service, your own gameplay input system, which again I could make a dedicated client, but it requires more time for me to do that. So yeah, that's what it is. And yeah, I'm doing this for me, very much so, JB. I'm doing this for me rather than necessarily. I mean, you're getting the benefits of it because you're getting to play lovely games in that, and I'm there are definitely some issues that need fixing, like the hacky sack stuff with the number pad system that was just broken. There is a bug in there somewhere that I need to fix. But yeah, there's just a lot to it that just can't be done, and compromises must be struck. Right. I am. What am I going to do right now? Good question. Don't know. It is 10. We'll do wheel spin and then we'll disappear. I think is what we'll do. We'll do wheel spin and then we'll disappear. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Right, let me sort that out then. Billy boo, billy boo. The wheel is already over there. Let's go and do that. We press that button. And shall we do a wheel spin? Yeah, let's do a wheel spin. Here we go. And it's a marble race. Again? Really? Again, a marble race? Seriously? Boo. Alright then, I suppose it's a marble race. 25k for that. Let me open up Steam. Let me sort that out. Apparently, it does look like a lot of round things. It doesn't it? Let's go to marbles. On stream. And continue. And let's go for a race. Community. We will need that layout in a moment. And only. Let's go with that one, the shiny night business. Go with the shiny night business and hand over to. Come on, OBS. Come on, OBS. There we go. Exclamation mark play. That's what you need to do. Exclamation mark play if you want in on this marble race. 25k is on the line for it. And I already have random.org open. Goodness me. Goodness me, I'm already quite efficient. We'll wait for you to get in on this race here. Wait for you to all join. Let me sort that out. Move that over there. What's happening over on the weekend without me? Let's have a look. Over on the weekend, what's Ben got for us? Ben, tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. Oh yeah, it's that one. He's doing a special. So he's got Hacksaw. It's not Hacker, Ben. You've spelled it with an X. It's definitely Hacksaw. Hacksaw warm-up game, and then going into a very special game called The Music Quiz Live, where Ben does music and you guess music. Rinse and repeat, and that's the whole game, I hope. But yes, the Music Quiz Live, where we get the piano out, or at least Ben certainly does. That is happening tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. over on Royal_Flush. Then over on the Dumpster Lounge side of things, we've got Wheel After Dark, possibly Quadra the HL. I mean, they did say they were going to go for the 420. So hopefully we'll get a 420 from Quadra, but certainly a 420 from Wheel After Dark. That is tomorrow evening at silly o'clock in the morning. And what else is going on? I think that is about it, really. What have I got for you? Oh, I didn't give a full affirmative. Okay. I know certainly the plan was going to be back for the 420, but that didn't seem to. Okay, fair enough. All right. I'm back next week with only a Wednesday stream, and is still sort of subject to availability on this one. We've got Equation Grid and 1,000 Heartbeats as our main game on Wednesday. The next Friday, I'm not streaming. I will be elsewhere, somewhere gallivanting around the UK. And then the week after that, on the Wednesday, we've got Brain Teaser, Snap It Up, hopefully, and Winning Lines, hopefully. And then the Friday after, again, no stream. I am disappearing again, gallivanting around once again. So, yeah, the next 2 Wednesdays, I'm streaming. The next 2 Fridays, I'm not. And then hopefully I'm back with some more stuff on streams. Yes, from the looks of things I do. Right, we've got 28 in on this race. Let me press that button there to find out what our middle place is. We've got first finish, final finish, and our other place that plays or pays is 17th. First, final, and 17th place. All right, okay, 17th. I can jive with that. What music do we want to go for? Music for me. What music do I want to listen to? I want to listen to. Let's Go. We'll do that. Yeah, let's go. That's what we're going to go for. Right, let's get this race underway. Good luck, everyone. 25,000 doots on the line if you can claim first, final, or 17th place. So let's get the race underway. And let us indeed go. Scores the first one down, then we got Tip, then we've got Matt, Silent Marine, and Ralph heading down the middle path. NASA's going around the stairs. Dev's heading around the stairs. Heading the way down. JB with the lead. Danny Gambit, Matt, and Lingo going with the right-hand side. Trying to avoid some obstacles. Very wide this. Who's going to get the booster? Score's going to get the booster. Shapes and Silent Marine also getting a booster. And it's Silent Marine first one down. Everybody getting caught up by the arcs, though. Briggs headed their way out. Happy 20th anniversary, by the way, Bothers Bar. Some good 4-score action as well. Square maze, that's what I meant to say. 4-square maze, that's what I meant to say. Good 4-square maze action happening as well. We've got Brig with David and Shapes and Silent Marine heading the way around. Brig, you kind of need to head down, mate. David's stood down, though. And... oh, getting overtaken by Solar Espion. Jerry, Shapes, and Ralph, JB, and Score all joining in this funnel. David now heading their way up. Heading their way through onto... well, we're nearly at the lottery machine. Not quite there yet, though. Good dodges going on. Jerry now with the lead. With David and Silent Marine and Ralph. Where did Topper come from? It is just the lottery machine left. Oh, but you don't want to get the thin path. That is to destruction. Solar Espion, it's first to finish. Then it's David. Do not take the thin path that leads to destruction. We didn't beat the world record. We lost by 8.9 seconds, but who cares? As you keep trickling on in. Vixen falling off. We've got 30 seconds to finish this track. Ralph is safe through. Ape is safe in. Come on, Brig. There you go, getting a bit of a helping hand from Maybe Me. Maybe Me safe through. Brig, can you finish? Oh no! No! Took the path to defeat. Not what you want to see. The only one taking the path to elimination. Sad times. But to Solar Espion. Let me press that button there. Solar Espion, 25,000 to you. Congrats. Final finisher was AB Me. Well done, AB Me. 25,000 over to you. And it was 17th place, wasn't it? So score! You get yourself 25,000 newts as well for 17th place. So that brings us to a close on Quiz Night this evening. I hope you enjoyed 5 Minutes to Fortune. We will hopefully see it appear again in the near future with more bugs fixed and things. Till then, have a good rest of your week, and I'll see you soon.